Hey, Dr. Dyer, it's Hadley. I'm an RN calling from the trauma center. I'm calling to discuss a patient with you. He's a 32-year-old male named David Benowitz. During the earthquake last night, he had a piece of rebar went through his right tibia and fibula, which pinned him to the ground. EMS had to perform a failed amputation to get him to safety. At the time of arrival, he had a tourniquet on right above the right knee. Right below the right knee, for 27 minutes. EMS also intubated him in the field. He has a visible chest rise noted when he arrived at the trauma center. His glaucoma scale on arrival was 7. He has a full range of motion in all 3 of his attacked limbs and full range of motion in the right hip, but the right knee is very stiff. Upon arrival, he had normal saline running, Duprovan running, and had 50 micrograms of IV fentanyl through a 18 gauge IV in his right AC. He had also received 1 unit of blood by EMS. Upon arrival, his blood pressure is 88/50, his heart rate was 112, his respiratory rate was 22, his oxygen was 93%, and his pain was rating at an 8 out of 10 before he was sedated. I would recommend for this patient to have an emergency surgery to perform the closure of the amputation, and then further monitoring of his CBC and blood cell counts after his blood loss, as well as normal PACU care for this severe of a surgery. And then the question this week, in anticipation of David's post-surgical care, what tasks would you delegate to the LPN and the UAP? To the UAP, I would delegate hygiene tasks, toileting, vital sign collection, monitoring I's and O's after surgery, repositioning. And then to the LPN, I would designate oral medication administration, monitoring of fluids going into him, and then assisting the CNA with vital and I&O numbers to make sure that everything is running again properly after surgery.